decided to take the S2000 out with Cassius, and I removed the seat out of my cars for him so he can be more comfortable and have more room. And in the NSX, I made a little dog bed for him on the floor. I used the floor mats to trace it out on some yoga mats and cut them out to the size and shape of the floor and laid them down so he has a little bit of padding. The NSX floor is relatively flat and smooth. The NSX floor, however, has this hump here where the seats bolt to. And I noticed on long drives in this car, which we don't take it too often, but I want to start driving it more, when he wants to lie down, it doesn't look like it's the most comfortable thing for him. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Walmart and buy some more of those yoga mats and attempt to cut them out in layers in order to fill this in and make a custom dog bed for this car as well. That way Cassius can be more comfy. Right, Cassius? So these are what I used in the NSX. I'm thinking 2 will do the trick. This blue one is firmer, so I think I'm going to get this one as well and use it for the base layers, the very bottom. Things weren't cheap. Let's see if they fit in here. NSX, I also have a rear seat organizer here, so I think I'm going to get one for this car too, which is nice. This one has like little hooks that I could put it on, so it should actually connect easier. And the NSX, I had to make custom D-ring brackets that hold it. Inflation sucks, by the way. These things were 80 bucks. Those were 30. This one was 15, and then with tax, it came up to 80. So yeah, 30 a piece for these things. So I'm gonna try to just use this one and one of these and return the other one. Cassius, I like you, but not that much. Step 1 is to vacuum out all of this gross dog hair that Cassius leaves for me.
One eternity later.
There's still a lot of hair, and he's hardly even ever in this thing. We're usually in the NSX. For some reason, it shows up a lot more on the black carpet, and I think the way this carpet is, it's a lot more like, I don't know, grippy for his hair, so it still kind of holds it. I could spend another probably half an hour and get it all out. I also have a brand new carpet for this car, so someday, when we're not using this anymore, I'll probably just put the brand new carpet in rather than go through vacuuming this, because it is a bitch to get all the hair out. By the way, the NSX is aluminum. This is not. This is steel. Bolts seem to rust in here. All 4 of these seat bolts go all the way through. When we take them out, you can see the ground below the actual pavement underneath, in this case concrete. You can see daylight through them. So that means they get water and everything and they rust more. So if you're going to do this and you are ever taking these out, even just to get it underneath the seat or clean it or swap seats, always put anti-seize on these things because they get locked in pretty good. I don't know if I have any anti-seize. I might be out of it. I'm not going to go to the store, so I'm just going to throw some grease on them right now. And hopefully that'll keep them from ever getting seized up in there again. By the way, I could not find my anti-seize, so I used this stuff and just dipped the bolts in there, the seat bracket bolts, and threaded them back in. Hopefully that grease will keep it from rusting. It should be fine. So I'm going to start on the front section of the floor, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the floor mat, put it over this, trace around it, and cut it. Now, I'm not going to do the whole floor mat. I'm just going to do, well, this is upside down, but I'm going to do that section right there. The reason is it starts to go up, and I don't want it to. I'm going to make it taller and flatter to give them more surface area. So I'm just going to start building up the smaller spots first. Hopefully I have enough of this stuff. I think I'm probably going to have to use all 3 of them, but we'll see. Maybe not. So that's probably all I'm going to need right there. for the front, and I'm gonna have to do a few layers of it. For the next piece, I'm tracing out this one, but I'm leaving about an inch right here, maybe a little more than an inch, just to accommodate for the rise in elevation in the floor there. I also went a little bigger and more of an angle that way. So they have still a little curve from being in the roll, but they will flatten out eventually. And that's the first layer. And then the second layer is a little bigger. And we're already almost flush with just those two layers there. For this next piece, I'm skipping over to here. I could still use one more layer there, and I'm going to get to it, but for now I want to use as much of this stuff for the first bottom layers as possible, so I don't want to run out. Make sure I do this part first, and then whatever's left over I'll try to piece together to put another layer there and one on that far side. And I'm just going to kind of feel around for any lumps and take a Sharpie and go around them, and then I'll cut that out. So my first layer is going to look something like that. So I'll use this piece to trace the next part, but I'm going to make it, the second piece, a little bit bigger that way and a little bit smaller this way. Well, I miscalculated and don't have enough blue stuff, enough bigger piece to make a pattern out of this, so I might have to two-piece it. I don't know. We'll see. So when I went to the exercise station at Walmart, they had one of these blue things there, and it just dawned on me that it didn't say yoga mat on it, it said camping mat. So I should have gone to the camping area. So I don't think this was in the right place, and gotten another roll of this. And I may go do that in the future, but for now it's getting dark out and I just want to finish this off, so I'm going to move on to the gray stuff now. I might use a little bit of this if I can fit it up in the front. And the thing is, we're almost there. We're pretty much flush with this, but this is cushiony and that's not, because that's part of the frame of the car. So I could just go over it with one layer and it'll be okay, just this part won't be cushiony for him and the rest will. I also like to leave the bolt holes exposed, because then I could put D-rings and strap a harness to Cassius so that he can't go forward and get his nose prints all over my windshield anymore. And it'll keep him more in place when I do spirited driving. Those who watch my channel know that he's a professional and leans with the corners, but sometimes I take too drastic a corners. All right, so still a little lumpy. I just cut a little bit off the back, just a little bit of excess. And I can keep neatening it up and keep adding layers underneath, and then I can spray adhesive all the layers together and use hot glue or whatever I can do to kind of make it all one piece, so I could take it out of the car, roll it up whenever I want to put the seat back in, keep it all in one piece so it's not a puzzle getting back together. And I may do that eventually, but for now me and Cassius are off to go for a ride tonight, maybe go to the beach or something. But I'll test it out, see if he's more comfortable on this. It's the same material I use in the NSX, and after a while, it looks nice and smooth right now, but after a while of him, it gets a bunch of claw marks and a bunch of dimples. Actually, I'll just show you on the NSX, hold on. So after about 20,000 miles, it gets really chewed up, you can see. So it's not as nice looking, but the NSX floor is a lot easier to do because it's already pretty much flat. The S2000 has all kinds of curves and contours and lumps. Cassius, you want to go for a ride? Yeah, you gotta sniff it. It's different, huh? So I can already tell this is going to be more comfortable for him, but I am going to keep upgrading it. I still need to do the D-ring bolts that can harness him in, and I think I'm going to add a couple more layers and possibly a blanket. Yeah, that's more comfy, isn't it? You got a little more room. So I'm also going to purchase another seat organizer like I did for the NSX from Amazon to hang off the rear bulkhead, and that way I can have a place to put Cassius's toys and water and his bowls, tennis balls, beef jerky, stuff like that. And there's the seat organizer. Makes things a lot more convenient. Be able to keep dog treats. He likes beef jerky. I usually keep a little bit in there for him. Water bottles, dog leash, doggy poop bags, all that stuff. Extra storage is not a bad thing in the S2K. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. And stay tuned for more videos coming shortly. I try to release one every week. Thanks.